Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Sports Blitz, and we're finally here for NFL Week 1. We have the Rams and Bills kicking off the NFL season tomorrow at 6:20 p.m. my time, 8:20 Eastern. Guys, I'm so excited for it. Okay, I've been waiting for the NFL season for such a long time, and it's finally here. I am stoked for it. Let's go ahead and get on into it. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna go ahead and do the Thursday night game first, and then I'm gonna go through all of the Sunday games, and then we'll go through this Broncos Seahawks Monday night game. So starting with the Bills at Rams. I mean, we got the Super Bowl champion last year versus the heavy favorite Super Bowl champion this year. Um, I feel like the Rams, in some ways, they got better. I think Bobby Wagner and Von Miller give them some real, or sorry, Bobby Wagner helps the Rams a lot, but losing Von Miller is big for them. And guess who has Von Miller in the Bills? Um, I'd say really where the Rams lose him and also don't have Odell Beckham Jr. anymore. I think I'm kind of leaning Bills here. I am expecting a really good game. I'm expecting both teams to score 27 to 33-ish points. Um, I don't really have much of a score prediction right now, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the Bills to win it. I'm expecting a really good game. I'm very excited for this game, but we're going to make the rest of these predictions pretty quick. I'm not going to take too much time on them. So going through them, Colts at Texans. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Colts here. I think they're the much better team. Texans had a pretty solid offseason, in my opinion, but still got a long ways to go. Then we have the Steelers at the Bengals. I'm going Bengals all the way. I think they're still a very, very good team. Jamar Chase is just unreal, and I don't know. I want to see some more Mitch Trubisky with the Steelers before I really predict the Steelers to do a whole lot. Um, I mean they've got some good potential there, but they're such a hard team to predict right now. But then we have the Ravens at the Jets. I'm going Ravens here. Jets, I really liked the offseason they had. Um, I mean, I loved Jermaine Johnson in the draft. They picked up Brees Hall. They got Sauce Gardner, who I really liked as well. I think everybody liked. Um, yeah, they had a really, really good offseason. I really liked it. If Zach Wilson was healthy for this game, I could see this being a potential upset, but I don't know. You could call it a Joe Flacco revenge game if you want, but I'm going to be honest. I think the Ravens are taking it. Then we have the Patriots at Dolphins. I'm going to go ahead and go Dolphins here. Dolphins are another team that are so hard for me to predict because it completely depends on what Tua is going to be this year. If he's what he is last year, I think they're going to be an 8 to 10 win team. But if he really steps up the way that we've heard this offseason, Dolphins could be a 12, maybe even 13 win team. It it really just all depends. I mean, they have Tyreek Hill now. Him and Jalen Waddle are going to be one of the best wide receiver duos in the league. I'm excited to watch it. It's just hard to tell what the Dolphins are going to be. I do expect them to get a win over the Patriots, though. Then we have the Raiders at Chargers. I think these teams are pretty even. I mean, every team in the AFC West is stacked. Um, I would not be surprised if every team in that division get 9 or more wins and make the playoffs, honestly. Like, I'm not saying I'm predicting it because there is one team there that I don't think will make the playoffs. but I wouldn't be too surprised if all four AFC West teams make the playoffs. Just throwing that out there. But I mean, I think the Raiders and Chargers are pretty close to being, evenly matched. They're always a good matchup. I am going to go Chargers though. I feel like they had a phenomenal offseason, and even without JC Jackson, I think they're going to be really good. So going over to the Jaguars at Commanders, this is not an exciting game to watch. I think we can all agree on that. I do expect Trevor Lawrence to take a few strides this year. He has a few more weapons, a better defense, a little bit better O line now. Doug Peterson is a better coach, so they are gonna win a few more games, but I'm not expecting them to be good. That said, not expecting Washington to be good either. So I am going to go ahead and go with the Jaguars. Get Trevor Lawrence, started off 1-0. Then we have quite possibly the biggest storyline of week 1. Baker Mayfield, revenge game against his former team, the Browns. I'm very excited to watch this one. This is going to be a really, really fun game. I know Baker Mayfield in his press conferences has said, yeah, there's going to be some emotions here, but, there's still 16 other games they need to win as well. And he's very right. But let's be honest, we know the fire that Baker Mayfield has. He's going to be coming into this game fuming. Like, I'm expecting him to have a really good game, okay? I'm not expecting a crazy, 30-0 shutout game. I'm expecting kind of more like 24-21-ish. It's going to be a close game. The Browns' defense is still very good. Their run game is still very good. But I am going to take the Panthers here. I think Baker Mayfield gets his revenge, and he's happy after week 1. Then going to the Chiefs at the Cardinals. Honestly, the Cardinals have been a team this offseason that I'm not seeing all of the fire for them, I think Kyler Murray is a little bit overrated. I think he really, really struggled after his injury last year, and especially with DeAndre Hopkins suspended for 6 games this season, it's gonna really hurt the Cardinals. I'm not in love with their team right now. I could see this being a big upset for the Cardinals, but I'm going to go ahead and just go with Chiefs. I'm going to take the safe pick. I'm going to take the Chiefs here. I mean, it's still Patrick Mahomes. It's hard to bet against the guy. Then we have the Giants at the Titans. Not going to take too much time with it. I'm going to go Titans. I think they're a much better team than the Giants. Then we have the 49ers at Bears. Trey Lance against Justin Fields game. I'm expecting Trey Lance to be pretty solid this year. I'm not expecting like a 30 passing touchdown year like a lot of other people are. I'm not expecting MVP Trey Lance. I think some people need to kind of calm down their expectations a little bit. But I expect him to be solid. I do. And honestly, with Justin Fields on the opposite side, I expect him to be solid as well. The Bears did a terrible job at surrounding him with help and talent, but he's such a talented quarterback himself that I think he's going to have a much better year. But overall, the 49ers are just so much more complete of a team. I think they have the better coaching as well. I'm going to go 49ers. Then we have the Eagles at Lions. This is one that I wish both teams could win. Eagles had a phenomenal offseason. I think they are probably the most improved team in the NFL, if I'm being honest. Them or the Chargers. And honestly, I'm excited to watch the Eagles. I've been rooting for Jalen Hurts for a while. I think he's going to take quite a big leap this year. I'm excited for him. But I also love Dan Campbell and the Lions. I'm really excited to see what they do. I hope the Lions can win some games because man, Dan Campbell is just a guy you root for. I I, I freaking love the guy. Um, so I wish both teams could win, but really I'm predicting the Eagles to win this. I mean, the Lions are going to be a lot better than of a team than they were last year, but I mean, it's hard to give them this win. Then we have the Saints at Falcons. I'm going to go ahead and say Saints here. I'm not expecting the Falcons to really be anything great this year. I mean, their only real weapons are Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson, and maybe Drake London will turn out to be solid, but we really don't know. They don't have Russell Gage anymore, so their number two like actual receiver is gonna be Alameda Zaccheaus. Um, Either him or Brian Edwards. Really, they're battling for that spot. Falcons just don't have many weapons, and the Saints still have a really good defense. Honestly, like I'm not saying Jameis is going to be an MVP, but I think he's going to be pretty solid this year. I'm going Saints here. Then we have Packers at Vikings. I think this is going to be another good game. I swear these two teams play week one every year, and they're always good games. I actually like watching them. Um, but you know what? I think it's going to be a shootout with Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins again. You know, it always is. I'm expecting the Packers to win it though. I know they don't have Devonte Adams anymore, but I mean, Christian Watson could be solid. Sammy Watkins. I mean, Sammy Watkins always blows up week one. You know, who's to say he's not gonna do it this year again? So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go Packers. Um, then we have the Buccaneers at Cowboys. Same matchup for the Bucks and Cowboys as last year. Um, Honestly, I thought the Cowboys actually got robbed of last year's matchup. Um, I feel like the Cowboys got a little bit better this offseason, but the Bucks, really, other than Julio Jones, I don't really see any areas that they really got better. Um, I mean, we'll have to see how big of a loss Bruce Arians was, in terms of coaching at least. I don't expect the coaching level to drop off too much, but it might be just enough for the Cowboys to get a win here. I'm gonna go Cowboys, but I could very well see the Bucks pulling this off. Um, wouldn't be surprised at all. And then lastly, the Monday night game, we have the Russell Wilson revenge game. And all I've got to say is Broncos country, let's ride. um I'm sure everybody's been saying that, it's going to keep going on for a while, but yeah, I think Russell Wilson gets revenge on his former team. I don't think the Seahawks are a great team. Yeah, Pete Carroll's I mean, it's hard to count out Pete Carroll, just because he's one of the more historic, solid coaches that can win even with bad teams. But I'm just gonna say Russell Wilson and the Broncos I think are much better, and I think they're gonna get a win over the Seahawks. But let me know what you thought of my week one predictions. I don't know if you guys are excited as I am, but I am just absolutely stoked for week one. Super excited to see how it goes. Uh, Let me know your predictions in the comment section below. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Later.